Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on NanoDimension, NNDM. And hopefully everybody out there had a great and safe 4th of July and had today off. Just got back into town and needed to do some YouTube. So here we are back at NanoDimension, ticker NNDM. And this is kind of what it looks like over the last 3 months. Just been kind of up and down. Last month up 4.88%. Last week it's down almost 13%, so it was at 923 and just kind of on its way down. And same thing with the trading on Friday. I've had this one for a while. I'm in this one for the long term. It's a long-term hold for me. I haven't bought any more of this one here in a while, but I'm considering it again. So if you don't know what this one is, it engages in the provision of intelligent machines for fabrication of additively manufactured electronics. Its products and services include the Dragonfly, which I've talked about here on the channel a couple times, conductive and insulating inks for printed electronics, and optimized multi-material design of complex electronics. So 3D printing, so wave of the future. That's why I'm into this one. Been around since 2012 and 14.87 million on the average trading and a $2.05 billion market cap. Here's kind of a look at their earnings. Kind of went downhill in 2020, but we're getting back up in 2021. Here's where I bought mine. You can see I bought it for $391, $452 back in October and November of last year, and going to try to continue buying on the dip. I have more in a retirement account, and like I said, these are a long-term hold for me, so I just buy them and let them set and just kind of forget about them, if you will. So NanoDimension and Hensoldt AG announce a joint venture for advancing prototyping and sharing 3D electronic printing designs, and this is dated on Thursday the 1st. So here we have the CEO, so the article kind of goes over, and like I said, this is dated on the 1st here in Sunrise, Florida. Industry leading additively manufactured electronics, or AME, 3D printed electronics provider, announced today that it has formed a partnership with Hensoldt AG, and there's their website, a global high-tech pioneer for defense and security electronics, and a market leader in civilian and military sensor solutions. Recently formed a venture entity named James GmbH, Jetted Additively Manufactures Electronic Sources, or James. So kind of interesting. And you can find this on Yahoo Finance. So I'm just kind of hit the highlights and move on because it's kind of a lengthy article. So NanoDimension, a leading manufacturer of intelligent machines which 3D print additively manufactured electronics, or as we said before, AME, has been using NanoDimension's Dragonfly Pro and LDM 3D AME printer technology since 2018 to fabricate many innovative first-of designs as 3D printed circuit boards, high-performance electronic devices. AME as a highly agile and customized methods of development, prototyping, and fabrication of electronic units. And moving on, so I'm just going to slowly scroll through the article, so feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself, or else you can go right to the source on Yahoo Finance. So again, they're based in Germany, will combine the strengths of both companies and further advance the development of 3D printed electronic components. The main objective of James is the development of an electronic designers community that will exchange designs and methodologies for manufacturing, component integration, and material for printing electronics, or PE. And like I said, feel free to pause and go over the rest. I've covered this NanoDimension quite a few times here on the channel. It's always been one of my favorite stocks. I'm kind of intrigued by the development and the manufacturing of 3D printing, and it's kind of the wave of the future. So that's why I said these are a long-term hold for me. So just kind of buy it on the dip and forget about it. Although I haven't bought any on this account for a little while, but if it goes down anymore, I'm going to continue buying some of it. But here it kind of goes over, we're on the verge of a revolution in 3D electronic additive manufacturing and are excited to establish a strong ecosystem to drive the development of AIM and Hensoldt, establish a strong foundation for a worldwide network to foster research, innovation, and ultimately the development of HiPEDs in areas and industries still unexplored. And this kind of goes over about Hensoldt. You can find their website right there. So they're a German defense industry champion with a leading market position in Europe and global reach. Headquartered in near, we'll try to Taufkirchen, near Munich, Germany. The company develops sensor solutions for defense and security applications. More than 5,600 employees, generates revenues of $1.2 billion in 2020, and they're listed on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, where it is part of the SDAX share index. This kind of goes over a little bit more about NanoDimension. So they're a provider of intelligent machines for fabrication of AME, a high-fidelity active electronic and electromechanical sub-assemblies and integral enablers of autonomous intelligent drones, cars, satellites, smartphones, and in vivo medical devices. They necessitate iterative development, IP safety, first time to market, and device performance gains, thereby mandating AME and in-house rapid prototyping and production. And feel free to pause and go over the rest, and I'll also link all my other videos in the description so you can watch those as well. Kind of goes a little bit more in depth on NanoDimension. Is it time to buy NanoDimension stock? This is a couple days old, so back on the 28th. And so this kind of goes over shares. They may have broken out for the first time in 3 weeks. Sellers kept a ceiling on the stock at $8.35 level, but now the buyers are overpowered the sellers and Nano is trading higher. This means the sellers who created the resistance are gone. They have either finished or canceled their orders. Either way, they have left the market. With the supply of shares out of the way, buyers will be forced to pay higher prices. This could force the shares to continue to trend higher. And so here it kind of goes over a 4-month, and here's kind of go over the breakout. Took a dip here in May. Looks like it was up in we'll call it April, and then just kind of ran down, and so we might see a breakout now, so we'll just have to wait and see. Over here on Reddit, didn't really have too much information 2 days ago. $8 to $10 a share. Nano was set to explode as they build out a team that will scale up our business. Acquisition to Nanofabrica brings juicy recurring revenue of $100,000 per machine per year. Our partners, defense agencies, multi-billion-dollar contracts. And so right there you have it as another reason why I'm in this one for the long term. And so like I said, just buy it and let it set and do its thing. So we have a 52-week low of $1.31, high of $17.89, and so quite a swing there in the price. And we'll see what else StockTwits has here. Unusual options activity alerted on 7:50 call expiring on 8/20/21, worth $45,000. I watched this video of a guy that YOLO'd his mom's Roth IRA money on NNDM and bought leaps. That price should be heaps when it was 15 several months ago. Left my so not much else there, and not even here on tip ranks tonight, so don't know why, but if you have a Nano Dimension, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis, and if you have any other information in regards to Nano Dimension, I'm sure I'll be covering it again here in the next couple of weeks, if not sooner, and see what news they have coming out. So again, this is J Money following Forward Financial. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. I'm getting really close to 1,000. That's the goal. I'm trying to hit that here within the next 2 weeks. So every little bit helps. So I thank you for all the new subscribers here as of lately. And again, hopefully everybody had a great 4th and was safe and still has all your fingers. So again, this is J Money following Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.